This is Twit.
And let me ask Gina. She's a woman.
Oh boy!
Can you believe all
go.
the attention? I feel, I feel kind of bad. So Vogue did an article on Marissa Mayer. It's Vogue. Marissa Mayer's always loved fashion. We know that. That doesn't make her less of a brilliant person or an engineer or a CEO. They did I think, a great-looking picture of her in a designer dress with fabulous heels, upside down. And people say, oh, it overshadows the story. And I don't think so. Can't we live in a world where somebody can be interested in fashion and still be brilliant?
Yes. We can. I do think that too much is made of her looks, but it's kind of like it's a unicorn thing. It's like you're just not used to seeing young female CEOs like in the position that she's in. And look, I think Meyer has a lot of control and a lot of say in the way that she's presented in the media.
Yes.
And I think that she accepts these interviews and photo shoots and does so full well knowing what they're going to turn out to be. And I think that she probably
thought it was a good idea.
She thought it was a good idea. I wouldn't be surprised if she had final say on what what photographs they finally publish. And I feel like if she's comfortable with that presentation, then that's cool. But I do think that a lot is made of her appearance. But I think it's human nature to react to something that looks different. It is kind of like the unicorn principle.
And I think if you read the article, what is very impressive, and by the way, look at the other pictures. What is very impressive is that she held her own in a boys' club. Actually, this is CEOs Go Wild. This is the wrong slideshow. although, did they make a lot about Richard Branson dressed in drag as a stewardess? I don't know. Was that a big story?
Yeah.
Larry Ellison drinking the largest bottle of champagne I've ever seen.
It's interesting. I read the Vogue article on Friday. And the link I had.
That's not sorry, Danny. That's not a phrase I ever thought I'd hear on this show. Danny Sullivan says, "I read the Vogue article." I know you buy it for the articles, yes.
But it's funny because I read so much on the internet. I don't tend to think of it this publication, that public. I know Vogue and everything, right? But I clicked on the link and I read the article, and it was only the article. There was no pictures or anything. So I actually had this weird experience where I went in, I read the article critically. That's it, right? So I read the article critically, and I'm actually going through the article. Is that right there? What do I think about this? What about that? And I thought overall it was a good piece or whatever. I didn't see the couch thing at all until yesterday, which, by the way, I recreated on Twitter myself because I have that couch.
Oh, wow.
Not exactly, but I have a couch with that kind of thing. So it's a few tweets back I did yesterday, and that is a really hard pose to hold.
So somebody took Rupert Murdoch.
I don't know how she did it because,
Danny, they have trained professional photographers, lighting technicians, makeup artists. You can't duplicate that at home.
And that's it. Let me tell you, my wife's like, no, you got to hold the iPad this way. And I'm like, oh. So, first of all, I thought it was a great picture, and it went with a great article. And, who cares when she wants to pose it or whatever.
Okay. So who said this? Danny Sullivan, Marissa Mayer. I really like even numbers, and I like heavily divisible numbers. 12 is my lucky number. I just love how divisible it is. I don't like odd numbers, and I really don't like primes. When I turned 37, I put on a strong face, but I was not looking forward to 37. But 37 turned out to be a pretty amazing year, especially considering that 36 is divisible by 12.
Wow.
That's the lead in the Vogue piece.
Wow.
She may have regretted that particular quote.
She's not regretting anything today, man.
Je ne regrette rien.